Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. The Homeless Surfer here. Destry Wade at your service, the Homeless Surfer. Man, a lot of good things happened yesterday. We're really getting this going, bros and sis. We're growing. We're great. We're gaining followers, subscribers. It's really starting to take off that way, which is huge because by the time we get to the end of the month on the 5th, and again, main announcement, Coffee at Konos begins on the 6th of April. Look for it. You're going to love it. It's going to be a variety show. It's going to have a whole lot of cool stuff going on. It's really going to separate us from the pack. And that's what you got to do. And hopefully it's far more entertaining to you than just sitting here watching talking heads talk at you. I'll still be here for those that want to hang out, but more as we go, just to talk about how we're doing in the business and what's actually going on and behind the scenes, so you can kind of see and grow as we've grown from the homeless server dude with nothing going on to we're putting this together. We found a monetization stream that's going to work, and that's cool. And then and then you get in those now you start now I started self doubt too, because you're like, oh shit, if I don't do this, I start beating myself up. So I got to keep taking the action, because in order to create uh, the visualization and then the manifestation that comes from the visualization, you still got to be taking actions, building that stairway up to the vision, seeing the vision. Now let's make it happen. That's the manifestation when it occurs, and it is occurring as we speak. Yesterday at Konos was awesome. You guys got to kind of see Eric and some of the other characters you're going to get to introduce. Eric's going to be my co-host in this situation, so both be out there together doing our interviews. We're going to do it in a segmented show, so like I said, it stands out. And the great thing about it is it's not based on views and watch hours and things like that yet. It will be in the long run. I want it to be, but initially we're going to have to make this thing grow. We're going to need funds, and I don't want to go try to get money right now. You have to give too much away, even if you did get it. We'll see how it grows. And I think we can organically grow this thing and scale it accordingly. It's going to take more people, and I can already see that. So we're going to create, just from doing this channel as a homeless server, I'm going to create probably within the next, by the end of the year, at least 10 separate jobs. There will be independent contractors working on their own with our direction. It's going to be great. See, we're still building. Eventually it gets to a point you're so far up here in your imagery and your manifestation, this stuff just happens. You almost even forget you were even doing it. It's like, oh, I forgot I wanted to move into an apartment July 1st. Huh. Well, that's easy. Let's go. It's like, okay. But meanwhile, I've got to go do this and I've got this going on, and we got to keep moving it. Let's push this thing. I'm doing it for one reason, and that is to prove to the world, no matter where you're at, you can get up off your ass and you can start something. You can make something. Technology really helps out. It's huge. And down the road, I'm more than happy. I'm going to be, if something breaks and we start doing well, I promise you one of the segments that will be on the Coffee at Konos will be the giving back segment. We'll show you how welfare money should actually work. Money that you don't need, who you give it to is so important. Quit giving it to the third party, and the middleman's killing it. The government pays these what is it, non-government NGOs, millions of dollars. These people are taking like salaries of 300,000-400,000. Come on, man, you're here to help. It's supposed to be in your heart. The reward is seeing people improve, not buying a bigger house and a nicer car on our ass. So anyway, enough of my preaching for the day. But anyway, the other thing too is, so I want to kind of go over what's happening. The Coffee at Konos is going to be divided up into 6 separate segments. Now, you didn't get to meet Kai yesterday. Kai is a character. He has been out there 30 years. He's dark as leather, and just he sits and reads all day long. For 30 years now, homeless, sitting all day reading book after book after book. And unfortunately, I think in his later ages now, he's getting a little crazy because he's starting to carry these books around, like a lot of books. Like, not when you're moving around homeless, and you could have to move any minute. Cops pull up and say, you got to move, or you don't fuck with them. Just move. So, why he's got all that, I don't know. But anyway, we're going to utilize his personality, and you'll fall in love with Kai, because Kai is a multi-generational panhandler. 30 years ago, when we were all younger men, and he just got out of the military, and that's a whole interesting story of how Kai ended up becoming Kai. He was in the military, and they turned him into a sniper, and he was good at it. Unfortunately, too good for his own emotional and mental capabilities to handle it, and it kind of broke him. So he just went one day and sat on the beach and said, "I'm not moving," and he hasn't for 30 fucking years, man. This dude's still sitting there, but he's got a personality, a charm, and a love, and an alcoholism too that makes him somewhat funny, but in a good way, because he's not one of those mad drunks. He's a happy drunk. He's happy with his life the way it is, and he enjoys reading. He enjoys the ocean. So who's to say anything bad about that? And you'll love Kai. So anyway, Kai's going to do our surf report. Of course, we're the Homeless Surfer channel, dude. I got to give you updates on what's happening in the surf, being that we're going to be sitting right in front of it every day doing our show. Might even throw a fishing report in there because they are allowing fishing on the pier again. Shit, finally, man. After COVID, things got a mess. So anyway, that'll be the beginnings of the show, as well as then we're going to go into the song of the day, because I think it's always important to have a song. But prior to the song, we're going to have our, kind of our thought of the day. Let's stay motivated. Let's stay focused, centered. Let's continue to manifest. Let's do the right shit, because success is not a mystery anymore. There's absolutely no reason not to be successful, because it's just a formula. You got to have A goes to B goes to C. Really simple if you follow it. Most of us, when we were young people, were busy saying "fuck you" to the system, or "I can do it my way," or we got stuck just trying to survive. We're not there anymore. My demo is 40 plus, and we can do this still. In fact, we can do it better, and that's why I'm doing this. Just to motivate you to say, Jesus, this dumb motherfucking homeless surfer dude can make something so incredibly sick in the short periods of time that we're talking about. 2 years from now, you guys won't recognize where we're at. This will be great. We'll go back and this will be like the old family pictures. We'll look at it and laugh. But let's look at it now and laugh. It's great. It's a wonderful situation. So that'll be, we always want to talk about those staying motivated, staying strong, looking forward, man. Hopefully, as we get into the live show of that, during that segment, we'll take call-ins and talk to each other, and kind of figure out maybe there's something we can share that might help. Maybe not. Maybe you'll share something with us that'll help us. Because trust me, I want to keep learning. I'm enjoying it. It's fucking great. So anyway, that'll be one of our segments as well. And then we'll go into like I said, at the end of that, we'll do the song of the day. We'll just pick a good song that makes everybody feel bitching and go at it, man. Scream it out, because that feels so good. You'll love it. We used to do it as homeless dudes. Bye bye American Pie. That was our shit, dude. You get 12 homeless guys standing around, all of them half drunk, screaming at the top of their lungs what they think is singing, but they're drunk, so it's screaming, "Bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry." You got to have that, man. If you don't laugh at yourself, mostly other people are going to laugh at you because you're too serious, man. Chill out. Life is short. And when you get up my age at 60, life is real short. It was short when I was 20, but Jesus, now it's like, I can see that freaking fence up there and I'm not looking forward. I'm kind of like dragging my feet now. Stretch the fourth quarter out, right? We're going to go into the 2-minute thing and throw a lot of timeouts and shit. That's what we're going to do. So anyway, yeah. So that's going to be it. And then the other next segment's going to be called "Do I Have a Case?" Do I have a case is how we're going to fund this thing. Okay, what you got to understand is we're going to take somebody from the audience, somebody who's passing by, somebody we've already set up in a lot of cases, because we know I got a lot of people that need help. And we're going to sit them down. And with the help of AI, and an attorney who's going to help me program AI based on their demands. Okay, he says, I want this type of case, so forth. We'll set up the personality and what they call the guardrails for the decisions. Then we'll sit down with the person on the channel during the filming, and we'll talk to them about what happened, get their story, feed it into AI, hand it into AI. AI will run a case study on it. It'll come back with things like statistical probabilities of winning this case, typical earnings in this case, which will all be pre-programmed. Through AI, we can do this. So I can get myself a lawyer who's now an AI being a lawyer who can give the advice and accept the case. So if AI says yes, now you take that case to an attorney that you've already got an agreement with, and if he accepts it, he pays. And it's, trust me, for personal injury, they're the top of the food chain. They make the big bank. So they pay the big money for the thing. That's why you see all those personal injury lawyers on TV, but they're putting out tens and twenties and hundreds of thousands of dollars on those advertisements, hoping somebody calls and has a case. And typically, for the most part, you do see them come and go. So obviously, in my mind, that tells me one thing for sure: it's not doing enough for them. I mean, I guarantee you, cost versus result ratio isn't going to match. Um, what you pay per client is a per what do they call that, per client fee or something like that. Anyway, doesn't matter. They'll pay for that, and that segment alone will make us enough to, with the numbers that I've ran. I'm not going to go through them with you right now because I want to get it going first. Then I'll brag. No, I won't. I don't like that. That's not right. Fuck money. I hate money. I hate that we have to have it. I wish I could just go to the beach, knock on a door, say, "Oh, no one's in this one," and stay there. Like we did in the old days with caves. Hey, no one's in this cave. We can move on in here. I hope they're not on the hunt. Come back and go, damn it, what are you in my cave for? Anyway, but yeah, so we got to do it. Got to earn the money to do that and eat, because I want to get rid of government, man. That's one thing too. I want to get rid of the government necessity of other people supporting me. I don't need that. I worked. I was raised to work, dude. I'm Irish and English, and yeah, we work. That's what we do with our backs. And it's great. It makes me feel good. It really does. This whole thing, developing this with you guys, has been my confessional. It's also been my growth and development. It's been so bitching, man. And hopefully we're sharing together. You're seeing that shit, we can do this. And oh yeah, here we go again. Remember, you got to like, share, comment, notify. Do those things, please, guys. It's so big. I mean, I watch all these YouTube channels. I hear this all day, every day. I should really have it stuck in my head better than I do, because I go through this and you probably already lost you before I even told you, which slows down my growth. But please tell a friend, dude. I really need you guys. Hopefully, we bring you motivational shit. That's what we're trying to do. Every step of the way, what we're doing is just trying to make it a good day for you. And if we could start out that each day doing that for you, awesome. I can grow. We'll grow. And we'll become successful because of that effort. And that's what art is. That's a beautiful thing, man. That's what I love about this. The artists in the world now have a place to actually go make money doing their art. I hate that the politics and all the other BS is getting involved in it, but at the same time, that's the thing. They learned how to print. Guess what? And they printed fucking bad magazines. So it's whatever it is, but it's beautiful here in this situation, because I'm able to use the AI and the internet and the YouTube and all this to basically promote me and grow and learn and be better. So anyway, and then after we do the legal program, the legal help, which is going to be our funder, and we're going to do, and anyway, it's good. I mean, it's good. Trust me on that. Can't give away all my ideas, because there's shit that I do have to sit up all night to think about. But I will give away the money from what those ideas generate, because that's not what I need. I don't, trust me, dude. I know God specifically to protect his son and protect his child made me poor. Because I was never, prior to the last couple of years, ever was I in a position that I should have any kind of significant funds. I dealt as a business owner with a lot of money, but personally, I didn't like having money. Because I self-medicate, do debaucherous shit, end up blowing the whole fucking thing that was making me the money. So yeah, I'm glad that part of life is over, because I couldn't imagine. I live in the hood, dude. You see people at 6 in the morning when I have my first cigarette and coffee downstairs, excuse me, to walk the dog. Oh my God. I wouldn't want to be them, man. I wouldn't want to feel that way inside. I know what they feel inside. I know what their head's thinking. I've been there, man. I've been there, and it is so desperate. It really is. I mean, and I never, ever, ever, ever in my life thought, this is too much, I'm going to kill myself. But I can understand, based on what's going on in your head and your heart at the same time, and your stomach, and oh my God, it's a mess. You're a mess. You can't find peace. So, the first thing is, you gotta kick the shit. And you don't have to don't be a teetotaler. I'm not a fucking teetotaler. I hope I never give that idea. And people are in here going, oh, this is like an alcoholic guy that's getting sober. Yeah, pretty much. I got sober. I had to. Mainly my health. If it wasn't for my health failure, I'd still be on the beach fucking pounding the vodka. Got sick, couldn't do it. And the doctor said, don't do it. And so I don't, and it's really freed me up. Once in a while, today is St. Patrick's Day. So if I can't find a shot at whiskey today, it'll be a tragic day in my Irish life. But it's okay. I don't probably even want it. I'm going to be busy doing this. I got to get a hold of the lawyer. That's the next linchpin. That gets done. Boom, boom, boom. I'm doing press releases on X. Check them out. I'm going to put some on here as well. I think I'm going to try to do split screen so I can do it when I'm doing these for the next week because it doesn't start till April 6th, which by the way is Easter Monday. Didn't know we had Easter Monday. Where the hell did that come from? Shit. I thought it was Easter Sunday all my life. For real. Easter Monday. Wow. They should have like a Super Bowl recovery day the next day. That Monday. That'd be a better thing than Easter Monday. They got to give you off more time. Whatever. Anyway. And then the final thing is we're going to do a book review on the way out the door. Like I said, I got Kai, I got Eric. Both these men read and read and read everything that comes out. They're at the store bummed out because they've already read every book they've got, and every book in the store they've already read them all, and they're waiting for the new releases. It's like a movie junkie, just always waiting for the new release, and they run and get it, man. First thing they do, and the stores are cool with them because they allow them because these two dudes are solid guys. The stores let them take the books, read them, and bring them back and put them back on the shelf. That's juice in homeless world. And the other juice in homeless world that we do have, all the Wi-Fi's. Every Wi-Fi up and down that boardwalk from the Belmont Park all the way to the freaking La Jolla shore. We got every one of them. So that's something you got to learn if you end up in the street. Just a little advice. But anyway, so we're going to do the book review. Let those guys kind of just give you a book review each day of a couple minutes, just sharing what they've read, giving some highlights, not ruining the book, but letting you know if, in their opinion, what it is compared to. And I think that's the best way to review something. I read this. John Grisham's great. All his books compared to John Grisham. I like that. And there's other authors that I've picked up along the way that also kind of write that same type of story. I like them. So if someone refers me to that, cool. But we don't get paid for that. So our opinion don't really matter. And that's what I always want to make sure. Nobody's opinion matters. Don't worry about their opinion. That's how we get all confused. And then after the review, we'll just sign off till the next day, and we'll do that. Now we're going to do that we're going to post them every morning, probably 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. It's going to be a 45-minute segmented show. Brighten your day, start your day right, and we'll do it like that. We're going to do them 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. So it'll be 5 episodes. Hopefully we get a case every episode. That'll put us in a very good position because remember, going back, we got to come up with $12,500 to move in minimum. We don't have credit. We all got criminal records and shit. We're not like the best choice. So when we move in, it's got to be a financial benefit to the guy that's renting us a house. And that's not to say, unfortunately, your record stays with you even though it's old. And it was the way you used to be, not the way you are. Sometimes people realize that, especially those that I grew up with. Lucky for me, Pacific Beach. I grew up there. They knew me since I was a little kid. Unfortunately, most people that were adults when I was a kid are now dead. But my friends are now the homeowners and shit. So I could pretty much talk them into pretty much anything. But we'll get this done, and that's what we're gonna do, and it's gonna happen. Remember, that's manifestation, but it's planning to make the manifestation happen. Once opportunity and planning come together, or what is it? Planning and education, something like that, come together, it creates opportunity. And we're creating opportunity. This is incredible. And it's growing. And I'm still got the books for sale. And no one's buying my books, man. You're not even looking. Come look at my books, by the way. Because remember, this is how this whole Nip Madness started. So I'll keep my books going. I still got them coming. I think I'm going to start self-publishing now. I'm going to run website connections, have it go directly to my website, make that the order source. But I'm going to do that once we get this going because we'll be monetized and then that won't be so hard because this is already hard on my little homeless budget of $500 a month. And the internet alone was $150 before this started, just getting this thing going, And then now that it's going, I got to pay for YouTube Premium, $25 or $20 a month. I got to pay for $20 a month for freaking AI because I build too much shit. You have to pay extra to do what I need to do, which is cool. We're getting there. We're figuring it out. But bottom line is that's about another $150 in just monthly subscription fees to keep the access going of what I'm doing based on, I guess, the computer or however much room I take. I don't know. Anyway, don't need to. It's not my thing. So yeah, that's where we're at. I love you guys. We're going to keep on moving. help me out with this thing. Like, subscribe, stay close, man. I want to build a community, and we're going to share the money. So let's help each other build the community, and I'll share the money. Cool? Cool. Love you. Peace out.